When I was a kid, I loved The Wizard of Oz. I just loved that movie so much. And it would play like every year on TV. And I think when I was in third grade, it played again. And I was inspired to direct a stage adaptation of the film in my classroom. And I wanted to play the Scarecrow. And I actually got the school to let me use the auditorium. And I invited the entire school to this production of the play that I had directed. I kind of wrote and directed my own, childlike version of it. And to play the Scarecrow, I needed straw. And so we had a broom at home, and I cut off all the, straw on the broom, and I stuffed it in my sleeves and in my shirt and in my collar. And the play starts, and I'm developing this severe allergic reaction to the straw. And I'm really hot, and I'm sweating, and I'm freaking out. And, they call the nurse, and they take me to the nurse's office during the production. And I missed my play, and I wasn't in it. And I don't know how they managed, but they somehow stumbled through it. And it was, a fiasco. Um, and then a few years ago, my son Beckett was acting in a school production of The Wizard of Oz. And he was about the age I was when I directed the play. And I went to the play. He was really excited. He was like one of the people in Oz. And Mandy was sort of like working at the ticket table, and she was supposed to reserve seats for the four of us. And we had already broken up at this time. So, there was a lot of tension between us, but, we were still civil enough that it made sense to sit together with Scarlett, our daughter, and watch, her brother, our son, together as his parents, perform in this play. And Mandy was being really hostile to me, and I was kind of in a bad mood. And I'm sitting in the audience with Scarlett, and she keeps saying, "Where's mommy?" I was like, "I don't know." And she said she'd be there like in 5 minutes from, she was taking tickets, and she wasn't, and it seemed like they were going to start the play, and I kept going over there to say, "What's taking so long?" And she was just like very snappy to me, and she was ignoring me, and and just like, so I was just like mad at her, and Scarlett's kind of worried about where her mom is, and then the lights go off, and her mom doesn't join us. And so, I'm looking around, where is she? And, she went and sat somewhere else instead of sitting with me and Scarlett. And the play starts, and I hate it so much. I hate the way it was directed. I hate these like treacly performances by these children. I hate everything about it. And I hate the way the audience is like laughing and applauding and thinking this is so cute and great. And, as someone who had directed the play, I had very strong opinions about how it should be done. And this was like completely the opposite of what I would have done. But mostly it was just mediocre. Everything about it was just mediocre. And the people were mediocre. I just got into this incredibly misanthropic place. And I just hated everyone. And after the play, I took Beckett and Scarlett home, and I was in a really bad mood. And I think I raised my voice, and I felt really bad. And I was putting Beckett to bed. I said, "I'm really sorry I raised my voice." And I just tried to explain to him why I was in such a bad mood. And I said, art is so important to me. And when it's not done well, I just get really upset. I feel like it lowers the level of humanity. And like we have an obligation to like show the best of ourselves. And art is a place where we do that. And when so little care is taken to make something truly beautiful, I just get really mad. And I couldn't believe these people liked it. They loved it. They gave it a standing ovation. And Becca said to me, "Dad, you really think they liked it? Nobody liked it." I was like, "What do you mean?" They were applauding. He said, "Yeah, because their kids were in it, Dad. They liked it because their kids were in it. They didn't think it was good. No one thought it was good. They just loved having their kids act in something." And I was so touched by that he could see that and accept it and kind of like explain it to me and take me off the hook and kind of like teach me to love people. He's often kind of misanthropic himself, but that night he was like such a loving presence.